Hello everyone and welcome to the Library Kitchen here at the Gloucester County Public Library. I'm Chris and today we're making squash casserole, a summer favorite. So this squash casserole is a little unique from probably the one that you're thinking of, and that's that squash casserole that has maybe sour cream or maybe some type of soup mixture in it, or it's topped with some type of Ritz crackers. This recipe is made with squash, onions, and we're going to do it in the food processor and then into the oven. So it's kind of unique. And this recipe I found in a magazine that I subscribe to called Our State Magazine. It's from North Carolina, and it has some great recipes. And this is one of their squash casserole recipes that they did about 5 or 6 years ago, and it's become one of my favorites. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll kind of go over our ingredients. So we're going to be putting 1 cup of all-purpose flour into a bowl. We're going to be adding a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. We're going to be adding 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder and a teaspoon of salt. And then you're going to whisk that all together, and then you're going to set it aside. Next, we're going to bring out 3 yellow squash and 1 Vidalia onion. And to that, we're going to add it to our food processor and shred it. So let's get going. Now that we've shredded our onions and our squash together, we're going to put it into a large bowl and combine it with some eggs and cheese. Now you've got to scrape your food processor. Sometimes you'll get bits of vegetables in the lid. So I'll start by cleaning that out. Set that aside, remove the blade. And this was a shredding blade. And now dump your onions and your squash into your large bowl. And we've got to scrape the bowl clean. All right, our next ingredient to go into our squash and onion mixture is 5 eggs, lightly beaten, and 1 cup of sharp or extra sharp cheddar cheese. And you're going to give everything a good mix. Combine everything thoroughly. Everything will be well incorporated. Now this is a little different from the normal recipe of a squash casserole. Many times you would saute your squash and your onions in butter on the stove. Some people boil their squash to get it tender, but we're shredding ours, and then it's going to really not take that long to get tender in the oven while baking. So now that we have mixed our squash, onion, eggs, and cheese together, we're going to add our flour mixture. All right. We're going to combine that all together. And once that's done, I'm going to preheat my oven to 350, and I'm going to get a medium-sized casserole dish, and I will spray that with some type of nonstick cooking spray. And then pour this into our baking dish and into the oven for 45 minutes. Just make sure you mix everything in, get all the flour mixed into that squash mixture. So you don't see any dry spots of flour showing. All right, so I've greased my baking dish. I'm going to pour this mixture in and then pop it in the oven. And I've actually got a squash casserole cooking right now in the oven, so I'll bring that over when I put this one in. You're going to go ahead and just smooth the top out. Now you don't need to put any type of topping on this. I mean, you can if you want. Some crushed Ritz crackers in butter or panko breadcrumbs, something like that. You could top it with a little Parmesan if you wanted to, but really this is great just like it is. So let me pop this in the oven and get the other one out. Be right back. So it's been 45 minutes that our casserole is cooked in the oven. I've taken it out and I've let it rest for about 5 to 10 minutes so it's ready to be served. So this would go great with a piece of cornbread, squash casserole, maybe some sauteed green beans and some cherry tomatoes. It'd be a great summer night evening meal. So hope you enjoy this, and let's take a look. Oh yeah, that is a great looking squash casserole if I don't say so myself. So let's take a bite, see how it turned out. So again, it's really good. It's perfect. Oh my gosh, this is so good. Folks, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the Gloucester County YouTube channel so that you don't miss any upcoming recipes here at the Library Kitchen. Happy summer. Bye-bye.